I said, let's go ahead and get on with it, man. Um, Wanted to start off and talk about the weekly press conferences that happened this week. I think it was Thursday, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it was Wednesday.
Wednesday,
Yeah,
okay, yeah.
Wednesday. Yeah,
So we had Hayden Hurst, Shaq Thompson, Brady Christensen, and head coach Frank Wright. Okay. And I
right.
want to start off with Hayden Hurst. Now, it was a couple points that he made that that kind of shocked me because he said that he was coming off of groin surgery, a surgery on his groin, because he had an injury
Yeah,
from game one all the way through last season with the Bengals, all the way
yeah.
up
He
through the
played.
AFC title game. For one, I'm glad that it didn't hamper him where he couldn't play, and two, I'm glad that it didn't turn out to be even worse as the season went on. And hopefully they can get him
Right.
back and get him going as soon as the next round of OTA start and camp. He also said that the offense is tight end friendly. Okay. So that's
Very.
probably a very good thing for him. Hopefully, that's a very good thing for the rest of the tight end group as well.
I was just amazed that he made it, like you said, a whole year with that sports hernia, and to me, it just shows that he is willing to play injured, and he's a one tough son of a gun because he had arguably his best productive year since he's
Mhm.
been last year. And he mentioned how friendly the tight end position is in Frank Wright offense, that triangle read offense. In that triangle read offense, you run a lot of mesh concepts, and the focal point is always over the middle. If it's over the middle, the target is the two linebackers. If it's on the outside, they trying to put
Mhm.
whoever the furthest on the outside of the boundary, whether it's a corner or a safety, whoever it is, they're trying to make, trying to put them in a compromising situation to where they either going stick with one coverage or shade over to another, and that's basically who the quarterback is going to read off of. So, yeah, I believe him.
He's confident in his athletic ability. He said he's a big dude. He said he said a lot of people in this league don't like to tackle, don't like to hit. So he said he
Right.
loved he said he jump over people, he'll run through them. So that kind of caught my eye, and I was just like, oh, okay. So he rowdy and bowdy. So now the next person we had up there was Brady Christensen. So Tony, what you think about his press conference?
I just thought he was just a little light in the ass, and
Mm,
I think it's well documented that he needed to add a little weight. Now, if that's what he did, kudos to him. Yeah, hey, all you gotta do is spend a good summer out there wrestling them halls and tossing limbo over your shoulder. Hey, that'll get you right. So, now all I'm saying is the man looked like he was looking little thick. His shoulders still looking like this. He was looking like this. You know what I'm saying? So, and he know he's in the battle for his position.
well, I kind of agree, and I'm rooting for him because he came in under Matt Rule, and they acted like they didn't know what they were going to do with him. Once he settled into the guard spot last season, and like we always say, especially when Bradley Bozeman came in and took over the center position, you really saw that
Yes,
line
sir.
as a whole turning into one, cohesive group. But I
Right.
think Brady Christensen did a good job, and I think that Zavala and K Mays or whoever, they're really going to have one extraordinary off-season training camp preseason to take his spot, or Christensen is just going to have to regress like way back, for somebody to take his spot.
Yeah.
I think he's entrenched in there now, and I think he's going to surprise some people, and I think as long as he stays consistent, I don't think he got too much to worry about. The next person, which was Shaq Thompson, he had his press conference.
Okay.
Now, let me let you get your thoughts on him, and I got a little bit of a clip of that I wanted to play because it was kind of it was funny to me and telling all in the same clip. But go ahead, I'm gonna let I'm gonna let you talk about Shaq first.
Like we said early on after the season, even during the season, we thought it was going to be pretty difficult to bring Shaq Thompson back only because of the cap hit. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Yeah.
To redo his contract and add a year onto it, that never crossed my mind. But I was
Mhm.
glad that they were able to work something out to make it not only cap friendly for the team, beneficial for the team, but also beneficial for him as well.
Yeah.
Plus he said he wanted to be here. He said Frank Wright and Scott Frederick was calling him every day, was like, "Hey man, we want you here, we want you here. Let's try to work this out." So he felt like that was very important. And he said he's a big loyal guy, so he wanted to go to war with his brother.
And I just wanted to
Yeah.
add to that, um, they also asked him about the switch to the 3-4 defense, and he said that
Yes.
it's not that big of a switch to him because they played it in Rivera's last season, and he said it's more, they're able to go out there and be more free and a little bit less thinking. So I don't think the transition for him is going to be, that big of a deal. But one thing I did want to do, there is I took a clip out of Shaq's press conference, and it goes back to
Okay.
what he was saying about being loyal. Let me play this clip real quick.
Shoot, just look at the linebacker market. Nobody was getting paid. Tight end market, nobody was getting paid. Running back market, nobody was getting paid. So it was just weighing out. Do I want to be here or do I want to go somewhere else? Do I want to be with my brothers who I went to war with, roller coaster with, or do I want to go to a different team and meet new people? You know what I mean? And shoot, I'm a big loyal guy. So I stayed with my brothers and I was like, man, I'd rather win with you guys. We all lose, I'd rather lose with y'all. You know what I mean? I definitely want to win a Super Bowl, but I want to win one with them.
What kind of stuck out to me with that one is the first part when he said he said, look at the linebacker market, look at tight end market,
Yeah.
look at the running back market. Nobody was getting paid. So,
Right.
all the stuff about being loyal and winning with his brothers and stuff, all that, that came after that, but that stuck out to me because that was the first thing he said. Now, I appreciate
Yeah, you're
whatever
right.
he did and whatever the Panthers did to make that contract work. But would it would it been a thing if the linebacker market was paying a lot more, and opposite of what he said, would he have took that money and jetted somewhere else?
And like you said, you can't be mad at that. You know what I mean?
Mm-mm.
You can't be mad at that because at the end of the day, it's a business, and it's a business on both ends. It's a business
Mhm.
for the NFL, business for the Panthers, and Shaq also got to look at it and accept it as a business as well.
Mhm.
Teams are only as loyal to you as you are profitable for them.
There you go. Yep, I agree with that. Now we're gonna move on to Frank Wright in his press conference. And,
Okay,
again, he was talking about this week how they were working on red zone plays, and he talked about the heat and how they finally got a day where it was actually kind of hot out there. So like I was saying earlier, that'll help them get adjusted. Well, hopefully help them get adjusted, especially when they get to camp. Thing that stuck out to me the most about Frank Wright when they asked him about playmakers and stuff on offense, and he mentioned Laviska. So he said
right,
Laviska looks real good. So he was
right.
like, even if they had this grandiose plan, and he was like, maybe we do. He was like, they're not going to share it with him now. But when he said that, he had this big cheesy grin on his face. I
Cheesy
mean,
grin, yes,
big.
yes, he did.
He said that when you think about Laviska, you think about Deebo Samuel, and can he do the things that Deebo Samuel does? And he was like, yes. Okay.
Yes,
So
you can.
he said that they were going to experiment, all right, and look at all the different things that they want to try with Laviska, and some of them will get implemented and some of them wouldn't.
One thing about Laviska and Deebo, so Deebo came out in 2019. He was the fourth pick in the second round. Laviska Shenault was the 10th pick in the second round 2020.
Mhm.
So when you compare it to, Laviska is a little bit taller, 6'1", as opposed to 5'11" for Deebo. A little bigger. He came out like 225, 230. Deebo came
Mhm.
out like 215. Now Deebo does run a little faster. He ran a 4.48 at the combine when he came out of college. Laviska ran like a 4.58, basically a 4.6. you know.
Yeah.
But he's 230 pounds. So
Mhm.
you're not with Laviska. I could see him playing the same role that San Francisco was using Deebo in the screens, the bubble screens, the reverses, playing them out the backfield. Because currently, right now, on the roster, you only have one back that you might consider as a big back, and that's Cameron Peoples. Now we don't know if Cameron Peoples will even make the team, right?
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
you need a big body that can go and get you on 4th and inches or 4th and 1, whatever the
Yeah.
case may be. You got 230 pounds. I mean, when he catch the ball, he moving like a running back anyway. So why not line him up in the backfield when you need to get those inches or that 1 yard? He can do that for you. So I
Mhm.
know a lot of people don't like to use the term gadget player, but that might be just what he is. And if that's what it is, then you need to utilize that to its fullest potential. Don't
Yeah.
let talent sit on the sideline and go to waste. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? When
Yeah.
you talk about versatility, here's a receiver that can possibly, in some cases, line up in the backfield as a running back for you as well. So
Mm. Yeah.
that brings versatility. They both like to block. They're both good blockers, and they both got sticky hands.
Mhm.
And they both turn into running backs with the ball in the hand. So yeah, I'm excited.
Glad
I can't wait to see what he do with him.
I'm glad you mentioned that. Kind of transitions us into our next topic. Can he be, like a Deebo, 2.0 per se?
2.0.
But I want to get
Yeah.
into a couple clips here. And it was probably the two biggest plays that he had from us last season. So now this is the touchdown playing against the Saints. All right.
Oh, I
So
remember this play.
yeah, now if you look, I think that's Demario Davis right there. So when they come off the line, he's coming on a blitz. Okay.
Right.
So whoever is up here on the slot receiver, um, let me just play it because it's like
The
Bakey does a
safety,
pump.
but before you play it, I can tell you
Uh-huh.
that safety came down, and he
Yeah,
came
the safety
down
came down.
too late. I think that was
Mm-hmm.
PJ Williams.
Yeah, number
Yeah.
26. He
Mm-hmm.
came down too late because the slot he took DJ Moore. DJ Moore came on like a little crossing route. So
Mm-hmm.
pump fake, he hit Shenault. Okay, so now this is why I say he can't. I'm not going to say Deebo 2.0. I'm going to say Laviska is going to be Laviska Shenault. Okay, because I think we need to
Okay.
start giving these guys their praise. Like he's going to be him. Okay,
Right.
he can't do things that Deebo can do. But I'm not going to say Deebo 2.0. I'm going to say he's going to be Laviska Shenault, and this is the type of stuff that we can get from him, and hopefully they can expand on this more. Okay, so and
And
I hit the
and
play
and he's not the primary weapon for Carolina like Debo is for San Francisco.
exactly,
Oh,
exactly. All
yeah.
right, so now the safety came down to get him. The Mario Davis came on the blitz. Now, this is what you get from him. What's he going to do with this safety? He's gonna leave him in the dust. He shook him right out of shoes.
You
Okay,
see that
whoop,
left foot?
gone.
You see how got that foot
Yeah,
in the ground already?
foot in the ground. Yeah, let me wind it back.
Yeah.
All right.
Soon as he caught the ball and turned around, his foot was already in the ground.
As soon as he catch
So
the ball,
safety
left
had no
foot gone.
chance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Safety had no
Robbie
chance.
Anderson did. He did enough. He
Go
he did
go
enough.
go on to the
But
next point, man. Then Don't
I'm just saying he did enough. I ain't say he
don't
did a whole lot, but he
no.
he did enough. So by now, he's getting it. I don't know what I can't remember who 32 was. I know that's Lattimore right there. But
Um Tyrann
the
Matthew.
Matthew, Turn
That's
Matthew, that's right.
Tyrann Matthew.
I don't know what he did on this play, but I mean he just looked and was just out. And like
He
you
ain't
said,
want that smoke.
go ahead and let it play.
Yeah.
But yeah, but like you said, man, look at this. Left foot in the dirt, gone. You see his
One
hole
time.
one time, he out. Touchdown. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, it get me to my next play here. This one was much more, of a like design screenplay. So he goes in motion, he comes back through the backfield. BJ gets the ball, swings it to him. You got, I think that's Terrace Marshall and DJ Moore. Now they're already set up. They're about to start blocking. Okay. So get Laviska, they give him a nice lane, nice crease right here to go through. But thing that got me play, and I promise you, I did not see this until I got this clip and I played it back a few times. Look at 54 and 32.
Yeah.
Did not realize they took each other out. I did not
I
realize that
I
they took each other out in their play.
I don't think
But
I ever paid that no attention either.
yeah, I mean, like you go back and it looked like 32, I don't know his name. He might have had him, but I don't know if whoever 54 is actually knew he was right there next to him because he clipped him right in the foot and it took both of them out.
But
But
now as it go as the play on, don't
mhm.
44 look like he could have made a play if he wanted to?
No, let
Look
me
right.
tell you, nah, hey, he was giving all he could. When he got behind him, he had that head down like he was trying to hit the A button in Madden. Yeah, nah, he was giving it everything. But I bring those plays up because I think that Shenault can have a breakout year. And when I say breakout, I'm not gonna put any, particular numbers on it, but I think he will have a much, 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 much bigger impact than he did last year. Because as you can see, when he got in the game and when he got, when they got him the ball, he made plays in space. And I think this is one more
Right.
piece that Bryce Young is going to be able to take advantage of being a rookie quarterback. What better
Yeah.
thinking you have for a rookie quarterback is somebody that all you got to do is turn around, swing the ball out to them, and they make a play.
And what else that does, that helps your completion percentage because you completing a high percentage pass. I don't care
Mhm.
if it's taught in the flat or screenplay or whatever. Like I said, get the ball in your playmakers' hands and let them make plays. You don't have to go and try to do everything yourself. If it's there,
Mhm.
take it. If it's not, you know, drop it down to your tight end, linebacker, whoever, and let them do what they do because they get paid to make plays just as well as the quarterback. And I think Bryce Young
Indeed.
is mature enough and smart enough to know that, and he can handle the situation.
But yeah, man, but we're gonna go ahead and get out of here, y'all. Again, if you haven't, hit that subscribe button, help us out. We love all of you. We appreciate you. And as always, keep pounding.